Hello and welcome to this video. It is Thursday the 6th of December and it is the morning after the night before. So last night I competed in the eROC Invitational event. So it was 16 of the best sim racers in the world who had won major competitions this year got invited to Race of Champions style race online, which was streamed last night, and then it was in heats, so two drivers would face each other, go head to head, best of 3 races, and whoever won that went through and so on up to the final. It was challenging for me because I don't have a simulator over here and I needed to do any practice in work in Codemasters. It was tough in that respect because we learnt about the competition last Wednesday, I think, and then we didn't get the car on track until Friday. And because I don't have a simulator over here, I had to wait until Monday before I got a chance to practice. A matter of learning the physics model of that game and being on the edge of the grip and getting as much as you can out of it. So when you're hopping between different platforms and different games, it becomes very difficult to know when you're on the limit and how much you can push. It's always in the back of your mind that, what is this game? Can I do this in this game? Can I push that much? And it was just difficult, but you know, fair play to the guys I was racing last night. They're all champions in different forms of esports, and you know, obviously I'm a rally champion and it's very different than what we were doing last night, but I'm still pretty happy with, you know, how I was feeling with the game and putting in really clean hot laps. Just unfortunate last night. Basically when we joined the chat group, we were told that we would join the lobby and that would be the first time we raced. So whenever I joined and was on the start line, that was the first ever time that I had played an online server race in Assetto Corsa. So I was a little unsure on the start procedure, and basically in the first heat I started the race with a countdown of 20 seconds, and normally I would engage first gear whenever we're ready to go and obviously put in the clutch and rev the car to get ready to go. Most games you can press the handbrake if the clutch is assigned off, and assists you could turn on the handbrake, hold that and rev the car and the gear. But unfortunately in Assetto Corsa, whenever you select first gear with auto clutch off, the car just moves forward a little bit, so that gave me a jump start. And you know, it's incredibly frustrating just because of my lack of experience with the game. When something like that happens, it's really frustrating because, you know, it's not like a driving error. It's not like I was trying to jump the start, just selected first gear and the car jumped forward a little bit, and that was it. Yeah, I was on the back foot from there. In the next race, obviously I was a bit skeptical about the start procedure again and tried to get away and just select first gears. The lights went green or went out. A good enough start, I think, and a clean, tidy race. I just wanted to get through without making any mistakes, but yeah, I just didn't have enough speed. The guy I was racing, he put in a good performance and got through. Yeah, that was knocked out, and it was frustrating because I'm a very competitive person and I want to do well in whatever I do. And yeah, it was just really a lack of time with the game and a lack of practice time. Like I said, I don't have a simulator over here in England. It's back home in Ireland, so it's just difficult to really practice properly for these events. I know all the guys I was racing last night are professionals and they're probably practicing loads. Not to make any excuses, they're amazing drivers, and you know, I would have really had to practice a lot to get anywhere near the pace to get through to the final. Yeah, I'm just happy to have got the opportunity to do it, and obviously next time hopefully I have my own simulator I can practice with, and it's not at my desk in Codemasters sitting on an office chair that swivels, and you know, the steering wheel on the desk and a little tiny monitor. It's not ideal, but that's what I'm going to be using for the start of this year anyway. Obviously if I do the esports WRC again, I'm going to have to use the office simulator again on my lunch break and maybe a little bit after work, but it's not going to be ideal either. So I think my goal for this year is just going to be try and make it to the grand final again, and then just prepare as much as I can for that like I did this year, and hopefully I'll have a good enough run to try and retain my title from this year. But yeah, it was it was just nice to compete, and obviously it was difficult to organise because to stay that late in work wasn't the normal thing to do, so I had to get special permission to do that, and thanks to Co-Masters for allowing me to do it. Yesterday morning, on the morning of the race, I still didn't know if I was going to be able to stay and do the race. It was just nice to compete, and you know, well done to the guys who performed so well and got through, and the guy who won. It's a credit to them. It'd be nice to race them on a rally stage, but if I want to get better at games like Assetto Corsa, I just basically need to practice more. That's all it is to it. Practice more and be comfortable with the setup that I'm using. The wheel, a full racing seat would really help, because obviously when you're sitting on a swivel chair, it's moving around a little bit, and you're not getting the same muscle memory, because the seat of your pants where you're sitting's moving a little bit. Obviously you're not getting the same seat of your pants feel, and your muscle memory is obviously going to change a little bit depending on what angle you're moving a wee bit. Hopefully next year I get to try it again. It would be nice to go to the real Race to Champions, because I think from my real life experience, and I've rallied in real life, obviously that would pay dividends if I was able to get in the real life Race to Champions cars and race against the real drivers. I think I'd be able to really shine there. So yeah, that's what happened last night. I would have preferred it to go a little bit better, but you know, I made use of what I had and what I could achieve, and obviously the jump start was frustrating, but down to pure pace, obviously I think I would have been still lacking. So if I'm doing something like that in the future again, I would like to do more practice and, you know, really try and up my pace. But that's basically the review of it. So I'm just sat in the car park at the moment, going in to do a day's work on Co-Masters for Dirt Rally 2.0. I am going to do some Q&A answers after this on this video, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to go in and do a day's work. So yesterday I was tuning pace notes and making sure they're being triggered in the right areas and that the timing's okay and everything. So it's quite a lengthy process because you've got lots of different stages to do, and you know, you need to make sure that it's triggered in the right place and the audio can play without overlapping the next call and all that sort of thing. But today I think I'm going to be doing some other task related to car liveries. Every day is pretty much something different, so I'm gonna go and have a good day at work, and then we'll do the Q&A after. Forgot to say, I've got my Christmas work party tonight too, so that'll be fun. I will get some turkey, I hope, and you know, have a good night with all the guys that I work with. And yeah, who doesn't like Christmas dinner? So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a nice night out just to enjoy some food, some music, sort of let our hairs down after a tough 3 or 4 weeks of doing some overtime, getting the game ready in time. So this will be a nice evening to enjoy ourselves. I'm just walking into work now. It's pretty cool, as you can see. It's got all the Christmas decorations up now. Hi everyone, as promised I'm going to do the Q&A question answer now, so without any further ado, let's get stuck in. So the first question is from Bogani on Instagram. Bogani is one of the test drivers on Dirt Rally 2.0, so he's asked active diff or mechanical diff. So that's the differential of the car, whether it's active or mechanical. So active differential is run by the car's ECU and changes depending on the speed of the car and lots of different variables. So it's very much computer orientated, and mechanical is just a raw mechanical differential. I think I would probably prefer mechanical just because it's more of what I'm used to. I've driven some active differential cars, and obviously the benefit of having the car do some of the work for you is nice, but as a pure driving point of view, it's nice to feel completely connected to the car's inputs, and the mechanical differential offers that, and you really have to drive it by the scruff of the neck to get it to do what you want. So that's my preference. The next one is from Saif.m on Instagram. He asks, what is the key element of rally driving? So the key element of rally driving for me is balance and knowing when to be on the edge of grip. And when you figure that out, you can really jump up the timesheets and really improve your pace. So it's all about grip and knowing when to be on the power, when to brake, and balancing all your inputs with the throttle, with the brake, and getting the most out of the car as you can. So this next question, there's been a couple of similar questions since my first vlog, and basically it's to do with my road car, the Fiesta ST, and some of them have been what mechanical changes have you made to it and what's the plans for it. So I'm going to choose this one from Kyle Thompson. He's asked what's the plans for the Fiesta. So don't really have any immediate plans. I've put obviously some cosmetic enhancements on it. I've got the side splitters extensions, I've got the front splitter, I've wrapped some carbon fibre stuff on the lights and on the wing mirrors. I want to put a rear spoiler extension on it and maybe paint some of the spoiler black. I probably want to do some mechanical adjustments in the future, probably get a remap. My brother does some remapping, so I'll probably get him to do that, and obviously save a good bit of money on it as well. So I'll probably get a remap, maybe get some mount tune adjustments and little things like that, and yeah, nothing too major. But if there's anything you guys think I should do, let me know in the comments. Again, for this next question, there's been a couple of similar ones, and I'm going to choose this one from Fraser on YouTube. He asks, any chance of seeing you back in a real rally car in 2019? Question mark, smiley face. It's a good question. Obviously, I probably haven't really shown my passion for wanting to get back in a real life rally car. Obviously, I've done the interview on WRC all live, and I probably put across there how much I wanted to get back into a real life rally car and follow my dream, childhood dream of being a WRC driver and win the WRC championship someday. I definitely want to get back behind the wheel of a rally car, and I'm working really hard to do that. I've been working with Trevor Agnew, who's been coaching me through what I need to do, what he thinks I need to do to get back into one. And what I've done is sat down with him and made out a 7-year plan, which is realistic. Obviously the costs and the budget that I need to achieve my dreams is a lot, but through proper planning and hard work it should be achievable. So that's what I'm trying to achieve, you know, get back to WRC2 level and hopefully achieve some really good results there. You know, since I was a little child growing up, I've always wanted to be a rally driver, and to not be doing that in real life now is obviously quite hard to take for me. Sort of worked my whole life to get to where I was. Didn't continue due to budget issues, so it's something that I need to work on and really improve myself as a person to be able to get sponsorship deals. And my rally career started whenever I was 13. I started with a Vauxhall Nova 1.2 engine, no mechanical mods at all. It was all pretty much factory, and there was just a roll cage and bucket seats, and you just drove the car as hard as you could. And I won the Junior Rally Sprint Championship in Northern Ireland 3 times in a row, and then I went on to start real life road rallying, and it just snowballed from there really. I kept getting more opportunities and performing well and climbing up the ladder. Where I ended up, it had been down to my driving that earned me that spot, because I won the D-Max shootout in 2015, and that gave me half of the scholarship for the Drive D-Max Fiesta trophy in 2016 for that season, so that really helped financially. And then obviously I won the two prize drives in the WRC2 category, and on my first rally I was able to post fastest times, which is really cool. And you know, to be able to show that pace, it shows that I can compete at that level and that I have a lot more potential for the future. The next question is from Vasily Gitaro on Instagram. He asked, will Dirt Rally 2.0 be playable on a controller, or will it be too hard with it? It's very easy to play with the controller, and some of the guys in the studio are actually able to be very close to my times on the wheel with the controller. I think it's very playable on controller. You can really get a good feeling for the car, and the vibrations that come through the controller feel better than I've ever tried before with the controller. So yeah, I think it's very, very playable. Callum.Rossi46 on Instagram asks, what's the best way to get faster on Dirt Rally? The best way to get faster on Dirt Rally is to make sure that you're driving very cleanly. If you're making a lot of mistakes and obviously hitting off stuff, going wide on corners, you're going to be losing time. So really make sure you're driving clean, that you're getting into the corner slow and out of it fast. That's the best method to improve your pace. And once you nail that technique down and get really clean stages, then you can push harder and harder. And what I said earlier about the edge of grip, you need to feel the edge of grip and obviously push as much as you can to that without going over it, and you really improve your pace. So just make sure you're driving clean and try to make as less mistakes as you can, and your times really improve. If you're struggling to stay on the road, then you just need to slow down and make sure that you're braking early for the corners and you can get through them without going wide. But yeah, it's all about starting off slow and building your pace up. The next question is from Enzo Calvet on Instagram. He asked, hi John, will Dirt Rally 2.0 be more of a simulation than Dirt Rally 1? Yes, the guys in car handling team have been working very hard on improving all aspects of the car handling model and making sure that everything feels really intuitive to drive and authentic. And the work that Ryan Champion and I have been doing to help validate everything and improve it has been paramount in making sure that it's more realistic than it ever has been before. There's been a lot of improvements since Dirt Rally 1, and that includes the tyre model, the surfaces model, how the car feels to slide on gravel, differential, suspension. It's all been taken apart, looked at, validated, rebuilt back in, and with Ryan and my feedback to the team, they've really been able to dial that in as close as you can get it. So yeah, we're really happy with how it feels, and it's obviously a huge improvement from before, and I think you guys are going to really like it. The next one is from Frenzy Whiskey on Instagram. He asked, what do you think about the couple Ogier/Lappi and Citroen? It's obviously a big shake-up for the team. They've had completely different drivers the last couple of years. It's quite unusual for a team to completely replace their driver lineup between one season to the next, so it'll be really exciting to see how they get on. We've seen that Ogier, he's been able to show that he can win in M Sport with the Ford Fiesta, coming off the back of being with Volkswagen and being the world champion with them. So it'll be really interesting to see how he gets on with the Citroen, if he can win with that and really challenge to win the title again. With Lappi, I think it's a bit of a strange one because he had a good partnership with Toyota and the drivers there. It's a Finnish team and he's a Finnish driver, and he showed really great pace, to win in Finland in his first couple of rallies in a World Rally Car is something that not many drivers can do. So it was really good, and I didn't expect him to leave Toyota so soon, but obviously something changed his mind and he's went to Citroen. I think it'll be difficult for him to be the #1 driver there. Obviously Ogier is the #1 driver, and we've seen how much Evans has had to sit behind and play the team game this year to help Ogier win the title. So there could be some of that kind of thing that the Lappi will have to do, but we'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be really great to see, and I hope they can show the pace of the Citroen more and more. I think the car has been improving over the last year with development upgrades, and it's been an incredible 2 seasons to follow as a fan, and it's only going to get better. The next question is from Adrian O'Sullivan on Instagram. He asked, "Hey man, what's your advice and tip to get a good soft landing and balance after a jump so you can raise the ride height of the car and soften the suspension if you want to soften the landing after a big jump?" There's some techniques that drivers use taking off in real life. They may apply a little bit of the brake pedal just to bring the front of the car down whenever it takes off of the jump, and that can help. But I think if you do brake, it's better because you can get on the ground quicker and start using the car's power and traction to drive away. It's really a matter of making sure your speed's right and the type of the jump as well, because some can send the car kicking from the rear, it can send it flying from the front. It just really depends. There's no one jump that's the same, so it's quite difficult to know how the car is going to take off and land. You just have to hope for the best. So Taylor Gill 63 on Instagram has asked, "How many R5 cars are in Dirt Rally 2.0 and when will we see the first footage of them?" So I'm not going to be able to answer this completely. Obviously Codemasters need to announce most of this stuff. There will be more R5 cars in this game than there has been in any previous games. There will be over 4, so I can't really say much more than that. Hopefully we'll be able to show you some footage of them very soon. They are really great to drive. They're so fun to drive and intuitive, and you can really take them by the scruff of the neck and throw them around the courses, and so hopefully we can show some of them very soon. The next one is from Scully600 on Instagram, and it's a bit of a joke one. He says, "Who's faster, him or Jody?" And Scully600 is a friend of mine from Ireland, and Jody McManus is another friend of mine from Ireland. Both pretty short guys, so they're really quick on the go-kart track we have, our local go-kart track back home, and I think they both hold the lap records around there, although I think Craig is slightly out in front. So to answer the question, Craig, I think you are the fastest at the moment, and Jody needs to go and beat you soon, so yeah. So I think this will be the final one. It's from Robin Van Gorp. He asks on Instagram, "When will be the next live stream with Rallycross?" So I believe the next live stream will be on the 20th of December. Details about that hopefully will be confirmed over the next couple of weeks, and yeah, we'll hopefully be showing some more Rallycross, some more rally, and hopefully I'll be able to have a bit of fun doing that as well and put on a good show for you guys. So yeah guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I ran out of questions. There's a couple other ones, but they're very similar to some of the ones I've answered, so not sure what the next video is going to be, but like I said, I'm going to try to do one of these every week and keep you up to date with what I'm doing. We're going to be doing some more exciting stuff in the coming weeks, and doing a lot of activities with Dirt Rally 2.0 and Codemasters. I'll have 2 weeks off at Christmas time back home in Ireland, so I'm planning on making some more videos, some mixed reality VR videos. So if you have any ideas of what I can make with that, whether it's on Dirt Rally or Richard Burns Rally, Assetto Corsa, whatever, comment down below, let me know what you guys would like to see. It's going to be fun to go back to Northern Ireland for Christmas and spend some time with my family and enjoy Christmas time. Eat plenty of turkey and get as full as a tick, as I would say, and yeah, it's going to be fun. But I'm hoping to bring a lot more content to the channel, but like I said, I'm hoping to do a lot more content in the future, and lots of different things. So if you have any good ideas what you guys like to see me get up to, please comment down below, and yeah, until next time, stay safe, keep it flat out, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.